Hello, welcome to my channel, Renzo here. Today I'm going to paint Cillian Murphy. Here you have a link to the image in the description box. Just a second, yes, I'm just selecting my brushes here. Okay, the colors we are going to use are titanium white, cadmium yellow hue, cadmium red hue, permanent alizarin crimson, cobalt blue, and ivory black. Low cage Willistorp. Okay, let's start with a fast sketch. Let me use a little bit of medium. Usually I use linseed oil and turpentine, half and half. I'm gonna mix blue, red, and touch of yellow. Okay, let's sketch. Hello Miriam, hello Monique. Hello my art. Okay, let's see, just give me a second, I need to see the top. Where's gonna be the top of the head, the hairline. Let's put it here, the bottom of the face. Let me see if the size of the face is maybe too big. Oh, I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, let's see the overall shape. I can see kind of a rectangle here, something really symmetrical. Cut the corners and kind of I have the shape of his face. The center line, let's see how tilted is the center line. Around here is okay. Let me see. Okay, that's okay. Now the lines for the eyes. Remember that the eyes usually are in the middle of the whole head. If the top of the head is around here, okay, the eyes are halfway to the bottom, around here. Okay. Let me see. The eyes, the center line, brows, from the brows to the bottom of the face, to the bottom of the chin. The nose is in the middle. This is maybe the more important part, because this is the structure of the face. You can do, once you know where is the center line, how tilted is the face, and where to put the eyes, you can do this by memory and just following a basic structure. Okay. When I say by memory, I mean you don't need to copy this from the image. If you have these measurements right, pretty sure you're gonna get, let's say, a well proportioned face at the end. The likeness is something that's gonna be just in the process, because for the likeness we need to move things a little bit. But once we have this, everything is gonna be easier about moving. Maybe make the nose a little bit larger, okay, or maybe shorter. Okay, let's see. I have here the middle of the base of the nose, and what I usually do, I trace from this line a 45-degree angle, and I made here in this corner from this and this line, and this usually the corner of the eye. Okay, when the face is in a three-quarter view, I usually that's going to happen with one side of the face but not with the other. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think the corner of the eye is here. I think it's going to be a little bit more to the left. Too early to say. Let's see. Hello Omar. Okay, now the other measure is from the nose to the bottom of the chin, let me see, the half that's gonna be the bottom of the bottom lip. That means I put the mouth on top of this. Okay, I'm just checking with the image. Yeah, I think that's okay. I'm going to insinuate one eye here and the other eye here. Remember that we have usually one eye in the middle between the eyes, and the tear ducts are aligned with the sides of the nose. Let's see the ears. Okay, that's enough for the sketch. Now let's paint. Just a second. I'm gonna prepare a color for this area that is in light, for the shadow another color, and another color for the reflected light. Okay, let's see. You know, the easier way to prepare a skin color is just by mixing orange, because usually a skin color is a grayish orangey color. It could be lighter, it could be darker. Okay. And once we have orange, the idea is just to grade down this color. We can grade down this color by using just white and black. It's gray, it's just so easy just to grade down that with gray, or we can use blue. You choose any one, blue or black. I mean, both works. The idea is just to neutralize this orange. Okay, I think this color is okay. Let me try a little bit. Yeah. We have to think that we're gonna add the lights on top of this color. If this color is too light, we're not gonna be able to add more lights. Okay, remember, if you want to maybe prepare another color up here, a lighter one, for you to know that you can go lighter, you can do that. Now you can start just by adding more details, values, a lot of values if you want. I prefer, of course, always to simplify everything, because you know that I mean, I love to copy the skin color, to get close to the skin color, but something is that not so worried about that. When we paint a portrait, it's all, I mean, is mostly about the structure and the likeness. Okay, and I have to be worried about that. Now that means that once I have a color, and this grayish orange, and I check out that this, I mean, looks like a skin color, I just go ahead and paint. And when I paint this, I'm trying to copy, and I'm squinting down my eyes, and I'm trying to copy the shape of this lid area. Okay, because that's going to help me with the likeness. The color, I'm going to get close. It's going to be perfect? No, of course not. I'm so worried about that. To be honest, not that much. Okay. Let me see. I'm comparing right now. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's mix a darker color, the same orange, and let's gray down this orange with blue. A little bit of medium. It's too light. I added too much white by mistake. I have to add more red and yellow. Need to make it a little bit darker, more blue, red and yellow. Still a little bit darker, more blue. Okay. It's not about just painting the shadow. I mean, I'm getting close with the color, but I'm trying to copy the shape of this. Okay, what I see is I'm trying just not to think that I'm watching a face, and I'm trying to copy this. Okay, this shape here is the shape that I see here. I know a face is a three-dimensional thing. I'm just trying to reduce this to a bidimensional object. That means I'm just thinking something flat, just width and height. Hello, Karen. Hello, Brahim. Okay. I'll be back to this color and prepare more paint. Okay, and adjusting the shape of this color. Okay, now I need another brush, smaller one. I'm going to paint the reflected light here, and after that the background. I'm gonna add more white to this color and yellow. Let's see the width, the height of the face. See this shape here. Okay. That's okay. Now I need another brush. You can use just 2 brushes, 3 brushes. I prefer to use more brushes because you know that I gotta go back to the brush. I can go back to the 2 brushes like this one. If I keep this one with this color, I can come back to make a retouch. Maybe in the next 20 minutes I get these 2 reddish or orangey, and I mean, I have lost this mixture here on my palette. I always have this brush to make a retouch, and this one for the same. Okay, let's paint a little bit of the background and the hair at the same time. I'm mixing black, red, and yellow. Okay, let's see. Imagine that you're sketching with a pencil or with charcoal. Sometimes we do something like this just to have an idea. I step back, I squint down my eyes and compare. Okay, that's okay. Okay, what I'm doing here, you see a straight line, straight lines, just to kind of build this, just doing these angled lines. It's the same with the face. You see, what you see here is brush stroke like this, like this. It's gonna be always easier just to see in this way, because you know it's always easier to copy a straight line than a curve. Okay, let's measure again. You see, brow, nose, chin. Okay, these angles here, the distance from one eye to the other eye. I mean, I don't have to almost anything here, but anyway, I have to keep squinting down my eyes in order to compare, okay, and have an idea about the distance from one eye to another. If I have this right now, from here it's going to be about moving things a little bit up or down and adding details. But I have to be checking always this. If this is wrong, okay, this beginning, like a loosey beginning like this, It looks like there's no details, and maybe that's not important. This beginning is really important, okay? Okay. Let's draw a little bit. And when I say draw, I mean that I'm going to try to make more details. I'm using just black, red, and yellow. Okay, let's see. I'm keeping my eyes aligned. Okay, the center line of the face. You can make these lines if you want, or if you don't like it, I mean, that's okay. But I'm just trying to show you that I'm thinking always about this, okay? Obviously, I don't do these lines on the painting usually, but definitely I have thinking about the proportions. I'm thinking about them all the time. Okay, let me see here. Okay. I'm checking out. I think the distance from the nose, the base of the nose, to the top of the lip, I think he has like this a little bit larger than usual, like a regular face. Okay, that means that I have to move the nose a little bit up. Yeah, maybe. Okay. Okay. Well, let's continue. Okay. Right now, it doesn't matter what I do. I always thinking about this. Okay. And I think there's a good moment to change this. I'm gonna make this a little bit larger. I'm gonna move this down a little bit. Okay. There. Now you see that this a little bit shorter than this one. Okay. Now I'm gonna keep this, okay, during the whole process. If I got distracted, definitely my nose maybe is gonna end up here, and that's gonna affect my likeness, because this distance, or another thing that affect the likeness is the size of the features. I mean, maybe I'm gonna paint my nose a little bigger, or the eyes smaller or bigger, and definitely that's gonna affect the likeness too. Okay, hello Jose, hello Nikki. Okay. have this brush. This is it. All of my brushes are synthetic brushes. This is number 4, number 2. I've been using this number 0 for maybe the last 6 months. Now I'm using these ones. I prefer this one just because, I mean, the handle, you see how long it is. Yes, I just hold the brush at the end of the handle. Okay, right now my hand is in the air. As soon as I start making more details, I'm gonna just rest my hand on my other hand or my easel. Okay. But right now I just can't work easily just with my hand on the air. Okay, I need another brush. Hello Dita, hello Jay, Kishan, hello Terry. Let's work on the lights. Right now I just have 2 values. This is light, sorry, 3 values: light, shadow, and this reflected light. I need a light or the highlights. Need more yellow. Just a minute, I'm gonna add more white. Okay, now let's see, light, there's light here, light here, here, here. You know that usually these areas we need to practice always a little bit of anatomy to know where is going to be the lights. Usually it's the same spots, okay? But they change if the light, the orientation of the light change. Okay, if you have established the lights, you're okay with that, you can go with more paint more thick. Just on the lights, okay? I mean, it's not like have to be like this. Just because I'm painting Alla Prima. I mean, it's just what I like. Let's see. It's too pinky. A little bit of blue. I'm just trying not to add too much yellow because I wanna create like a neutral color. Why? Because I need to see the difference with this area because I'm planning to add more yellow. You see a difference here? Let's say this is warm, okay? Has more yellow. This is neutral. If you wanna make it even cooler, add more blue to have like a cool version. I don't want to make this really cool. Let's say I'm in the neutral. that way I can move it to the warm or to the cool side really fast. And what I want is to have this difference here. You see, you feel the yellow here. If I add yellow here too, I mean it's gonna kind of fight within them. I don't want that. And this is not about, I mean, I can see this clearly on the picture. I mean, I don't see like a warm reflected light here. But since I decided to do that, I want to keep that difference. Yes, and because if I make everything warm, I'm not gonna be able to see this reflected light glow, and that's something that I would like to do. Okay. Okay. That was about color, and then, whoa, sorry, I just lost one brush. And another thing that I can do to add or make this side of the face glow even more is add more contrast to this area. Like this is just black. I can add some color here. I mean, the picture is black, here is brown, but I can add maybe some blue or violet, and that's gonna create more contrast with the yellow, and it's gonna make this yellow glow. Okay, that was speaking about this, because I think I find really interesting this reflected light. Okay, let's continue working here. And to make this side of the face more interesting, I'm just planning to add more paint, and I'm gonna work on more pink. See, but first I need to add more paint. Hello, hello Jonas. Hello Nicola. Oh, you're painting Jonas the Kurt Cobain. Oh, that's really good. Okay, adding some paint here. Let's see if this is working okay. Okay. I'm just thinking and checking out this color. Maybe it's too grayish. I'm gonna add more orange, yellow, and red. Okay, you know that we can do this always. Yes. Take the painting, put it back here, and mix again. Don't be afraid of oil paint. Okay, I think this is better. Okay, then I'm making this more interesting. I mean, I'm not planning to make like really bold brush strokes here. I'm gonna blend this, but definitely I want this to feel that the thickness of paint here on the lights. Mostly here. Let me step back a Let me check out. At the same time, I'm thinking that, remember that the lights or the face are not the same. There is different intensities. We usually make a mistake and we put this light here and we use the same paint and we put it here. Okay. Now that we don't see usually that because usually if the light is hitting here, this is gonna be a strong highlight. I mean, not a highlight, but this is gonna be more light, and then it kind of loses strength as it's getting away from the light source, and then that means that this is not gonna be that bright. Okay, let's add some color. Now here what I do, usually I exaggerate a little bit the color. I do that because when we blend, we usually kill down the colors a little bit, contrast and color. Sometimes if we overblend, then we can end up maybe killing even more of the volume. Okay, you have to be careful with that. Sorry, that was my mouse. Okay, right now I want just to see this really clear, to know that we always about the reddish areas on the face. I think we all know about them, yeah, because it's just the same. This is something, let's say, basic information about painting a portrait. It's a little bit pinky here, just not too much, a little bit. All the red on the face is in this portion here, mostly. A little bit on the chin, okay? Not that much. Now don't put red here, okay? We used to sometimes spread this red everywhere. Don't do that. We're gonna use another color. We can use green or gray for this area here, here between the eyes. Here is a lighter gray. Okay, let me smooth out everything a little bit, and then I have to go back to drawing and see if the color is okay, and at the same time try to get the likeness. Yeah? Hello Third Dome Cab, thank you. Hello Laura. Okay. Now when I use my magic brush, the brush is a synthetic brush. It's a round brush. Okay, you see the hair is just frayed out. It's really soft. It's really good. The brand is here. I'm not gonna show you because I don't want you to buy this brush. Here's the brand, Artist brush. Soft, clean out the brush. You can have 2 or 3 of these. I usually work with 3. I have 3 exactly the same. Let me show you. Where is it? And I use one for the lights, the other one for the shadows. Here. See? Twins. I can use this one for the shadows here, and this one for the lights. Now you don't want to use like too many brushes, just clean out your brush and go to the shadows, but don't forget to clean out the brush every time that you're gonna go from the light to the shadows, because that's what happens when we don't clean out the brush enough and we have a little bit of this lighter color and we use it here. We're starting to light up this color, and then if we have a little bit of this dark and we use it here, we're starting to darken up this color a little bit, and that's gonna start that's how we kill the difference between light and shadow. And this is just a little bit, but we're trying to prevent that. Yes? I mean, from the beginning to the end, I'm trying to keep the difference between the light and shadows, because that's what creates volume. That's what creates the illusion of depth. And we're always afraid of painting the shadows, to make the shadows really dark. We're afraid of the darks. That's okay, you know, because usually what happens is we take the dark color and we start just to kind of, that darker color usually affect all the other colors, and we're trying to kill the color and all of that. Yeah? I mean, that's why sometimes if I have too much paint on my canvas, in order to prevent that, I use another brush for the shadows, another brush for the lights. Just a second, okay? I need to clean out the brush. I'm still thinking about the proportions. Remember, if the structure is okay, everything is gonna be okay. I mean, maybe we don't get the likeness, but at the end we're gonna get a really well structured face. Speaking, I mean, we don't have something off, and it's just about measuring. Okay, remember, it's about measuring. We don't need a special talent to measure. Now the thing is that usually we forget about that. We forget about measuring. We forget about, let's say, making this. Keep thinking about that. We need a straight line here, and another straight line for the middle of the face. And it's not just that we need a straight line in the middle of the face or the center line just to be there. It's just that indicates the position of the nose. That indicates the position of the mouth. And if at the end I have one eye up here and the other one down here, let's say down here, that means that I have forget to keep this straight line for the eyes, okay? And if my nose is a little bit larger or this is too shorter, that means I have forgot to measure. Right now you see that little bit of the pink of the color is because of the blending. Okay, I added at the beginning. It looked more pinky, more reddish, and right now is a little bit subtle. Now it depends. I mean, remember that we can just exaggerate these colors if we want. I mean, we have to copy the image, but if we want to change something, we're free to do it. If that's about changing the color or enhance the color, exaggerate the colors, we're free to do that. Okay. I mean, usually for me, that's gonna be about exaggerate the reddish areas on the face, exaggerate grayish or greenish areas like here between the eyes or the area where the beard grow, and adding a little bit of yellow to make it more orangey here. Okay, now I need more red, a little bit of alizarin crimson. I'm using the same brush. You know, this brush, I have a lot of this color here. Okay, let me show you what I have right now. You see the difference between this color here and this yellowish color? If you compare that, you're gonna realize so fast that this is not a warm color. Okay, it's not cool. I mean, I don't have any value. This is kind of in the middle. If you want to select this by just a simple way, you can say this is warm, this is cool. That's gonna be okay. I prefer to say that it's a neutral color. It's just in the middle between warm and cool colors. If I add this, if I change this and I make this like a light blue or light violet, purple, light purple, this becomes by contrast a warmer color. Nikki saying, I wish you could market magic brushes. Yeah, that's a good idea. Hello, Mary. Yeah. Okay, now I have to go back and think about the drawing aspect of the painting. That means I have to try to capture the likeness. You see, I don't have anything here, just the insinuation of one of the eye. See that? But that's this I have here. I mean, that's enough for me to compare, because you know that I usually compare squinting down my eyes. I squint down my eyes, I see the picture, and I see the painting. And that's enough for me to check out for the position of the eyes, the nose, and the mouth, and relying a lot on the basic structure. Okay. Okay, let's work a little bit of details. Let me see. Squinting down, just checking. I'm going to insinuate here the iris. I'm gonna use a lighter color. Looking for alignments. There is always an alignment. I see this light here in this clear here, the white of the eye, and if I trace a line down, it's going to be aligned with something. Okay, and I'm trying to use in that. I'm trying to use everything. Add a little bit of blue here. Stepping back. Okay, let's compare. Taking the brush. Let me see the highlight here. I see a highlight where it looks pretty clear here. I'm just adding just pure white. Okay, I need to see. I'm just doing this because I need to see this. I need to see the volume of this. I'm just gonna soften this highlights in a minute. Okay, I think that's okay. Okay, let me see. Stepping back. Oh, I see something different here. You know, step back a little bit. I squint down my eyes, and I usually I see a difference between a value difference. I did that immediately. I see this like too much shadow here. I'm gonna reduce the shadow a little bit. Okay, this is not right yet, but I'm getting close. Okay, I know I'm getting close. Now the mouth. Let's see. step back. Okay. I gotta say that the eyes are just too big. Okay. Okay. What else? Okay. Proportions I think are okay. The mouth just he has like a slightly smile. Okay. The width of the face is not okay. You see, looks like a bump here. Okay. I'm checking out here and there because I do know that every brush stroke is kind of correct the previous brush strokes. Okay. Let's compare right now. Okay, let's continue. Yeah. One thing that I have seen is here. I'm just want to correct this first and reduce a little bit. Okay, now here. Okay, I think this is better. Yeah. Let's see. It's always still too early to say. Let me see how much time I'm painting. It's been an hour. It's too early to say that something is okay or not. Okay, let's see. This eye looked really big. Okay, I'm gonna shorten the eye this side here and here. I'm moving this just to reduce the eye. Okay, I think that's better. It's just too bright here. It should be darker, really dark here. Now, when you paint, you're painting. If you're painting on a Prima, and let's say you have too much paint in some area, and you want to darken that area, I mean, you add more paint on top of that, more and more paint. Usually, it's gonna get mixed, and you're not gonna get to that dark that you want. Okay, it's better to take a palette knife and clean that section. Okay, now I can mix again. And paint again. Now, if you want to try just by adding more paint, go ahead. Yes, you know that a lot of things that I do here, because I always try to paint as much as possible in just an hour and 2 hours, sometimes 3 hours. I mean, I think maybe mostly 3 hours. Yeah? Okay, now let's move to the other eye. One little thing here. Now I need to hold my hand with my other hand, or just anything where I can rest this hand. Okay. Okay, now let's see this eye. Okay, let me see. I need to step back. Okay. I see something. I'm still thinking that the eye, maybe this eye is just too big. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there by now. Okay, let's work on the mouth. Let's work on that little smile there. And then, what else? The color, I think, is okay. Since I don't have to be perfect with copying the color of the picture. If you want to copy the exact color of the picture, you gotta spend more time mixing. But you know what? I love this color better. But let's see. Sometimes I change my mind, and if I want to copy the color of the image, I have to match red here. It would be about adding more green, like this one. I think this color here is pretty much like the color in the picture in that area, but here's too reddish, too pinky. Okay? That's something that I will change. In the nose is too pinky. Yeah. Okay, let's work on the mouth. I have this. Kind of difficult, this mouth. Okay, let's see. He's smiling a little bit. Yeah, I think he is. Not that much. I think he's. Okay. continue working. I'm blending. To blend this area, I need a smaller brush. Noise Spanish came out from my mouth. No, oh. It's the same. This is a brush number 0. I mean, the smaller one, but let's say that it have the same characteristics. Yes, smaller one. This is number 0. If you buy these liner brushes, you're gonna find out that there is number 00 and there is a number 000, like 000. There's really tiny, smaller ones that I use them for blending too. I mean, when they are just new, they're just really pointy to make really small details. Okay, I need more paint on the shadows. Okay, but I still need to work here and there. Okay. If you want to paint with me, paint along with me. I mean, you can paint along with me right now, but let's say in a private group, I have my Patreon account where we paint along. Usually, sometimes I paint here for an hour or a couple of hours. In the Zoom group that I have in Patreon, we paint for 4 hours, sometimes 4 hours and a half. Okay, let's say that it's the same, but the difference that you paint, we stop a lot, we have a lot of pauses just for everybody to catch up, and a lot of critiques. Not just one, two critiques. Anytime you want a critique, okay. It's just like paint and having a conversation between us. Usually these groups is up to 10 people, and we paint once a week. Okay, and there are different groups. There's one group that we paint Wednesdays at night, afternoon. We paint Tuesdays, we paint Fridays morning, we paint Sundays, and Saturdays. Saturdays we paint with oil for an hour and with acrylic for an hour in the morning. You wanna join? And that's in the description box. That's the link to my Patreon account. Okay, I think I got this eye. Yeah, I think I got the expression of this eye. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? I still need to work on, for example, there's a shadow here. All these little shadows here, that add to the expression. But I don't have too much details on the eye, but I can tell that I got the expression of his eyes. Well, I mean, that's what I think right now. Let's continue. Okay. What else? Oh, the shadows. I need to add more shadows. I need to add more paint to the shadows because I don't know if you can see the shadow area is kind of transparent, and I still can see some lines from the canvas. You see those lines? Those are the brush strokes with the color that I have toned the canvas. I see that color just really easy. That means I need to add more paint on the shadow. Okay, let's prepare more paint here. You know that everything is about the dark orange. A dark orange is just brown. Okay, don't overthink it too much. Of course, I'm telling you just a basic color, brown, but you know there are more colors involved. There are some subtle variations, reddish variations, or grayish. And using a lizard crimson with blue cover blue, just to make this shadow darker, a little bit darker. In this area, the shadow of the nose, I'm gonna change this color later, and I'm gonna make it more orangey. When you saturate the color in the shadow, we usually we do that in order to create some transparency on that particular area that we use to enhance the chroma, saturate more. For example, here, since I'm gonna add this warm color, definitely I have to add an orangey color on the limit, because usually that happens when the light is really warm and it's getting to shadow. There is a how do you say, a little bit of a saturation just in the limit, and usually it's going to be an orangey color. Okay. I'm going to start establishing some sharp areas. You know that we use lost and sharp edges to exaggerate the illusion of depth. It's not about that, no, you have to use color. It's combining color with edges. And when we speak about color, it's about saturate, desaturate the color, and at the same time use temperature, and we can use complementary colors too. I'm making this sharp here, the edge, and here, okay, let me see. I think I'm gonna keep just some sharpness up here. Okay, and I'm gonna keep this lost. Okay, sharp, lost, and I'm gonna make this small portion sharp. Here, okay, and then I'm going to sharpen this. Let's see. I have a little bit of this warm reflected light down here too. Okay, let's see. I could change my mind and make all this sharp, but I gotta think, okay? If imagine if all this edge is sharp, definitely our eyes are gonna just see that area. I want to this glow, this color, but at the same time I need some attention on the eyes. I don't need everything goes there. Okay. Or if I can decide just sharpen here and lost this edge, that would be another option. We have to kind of try one option, the other option, and see what works. Okay. One thing that we have to always keep it sharp is the nose, because we always want the nose to pop forward. And when we speak about something sharp in a portrait, it's not really something really sharp. Okay, it's a difference between here and here, but definitely that's not gonna be something really like one brush stroke next to the other and just leave it there. Okay, and at some point, for example, in this side, I'm gonna do this, and that's gonna kill this edge a little bit, but still I'm gonna see the difference between this and this. Okay, but let's see. I'm just making an example here. I'm not saying that I'm gonna keep this like that. Softening this a little bit. Remember that usually this is a darker color, is dark reddish color. We can exaggerate the red if we want to create transparency here, and that's usually something that you're gonna see in classical paintings. Any classical painting like Rose, or you're gonna see that some reddish on the nose, here on the eye. I have a tiny fly here. You see the tiny fly just flying around the paint. I don't know why. This tiny fly has more space around here, and she was flying just next to the painting. Okay, I was speaking about how saturated the color is gonna create more transparency, but this is something optional. Okay, like for example, here I add more red, and that's the intention. Okay, I can even add even more. I'm using a lizard crimson. Okay. Yeah, I don't know, you can see that there is more saturation there. The idea is create depth at the same time saturation and at the same time transparency. Okay, now the highlight on the nose. For the highlight on the nose, I can use a little bit of yellow just to warm up and to make this pop forward more than the rest of the highlights. Okay. Now, what is the other way to make this pop forward? Just by adding a cool highlight. Everything that creates contrast is gonna make some areas to reset, other areas to pop forward. And the most common and simple contrast that we can use is between warm and cool colors. We don't need more, okay? Warm and cool colors. Remember, warm is everything that goes to the yellow, to the orange, and cool is every color that goes to the bluish side and or color wheel, bluish purple. Okay, and try all the time. I mean, I can add more yellow to the highlight here, and if I don't like it, I'm just gonna change it. I'm gonna erase it. Okay, just that. One thing that I keep repeating on all the videos, that remember the area around the nose. Okay, there should be a difference between color and value here on the nose and this area here. That means that if let's say I add a lot of red, I'm gonna do it, okay, here, a lot of pink, and the nose is not a pinky, I'm putting both this side of the face and this at the same level. If let's say I'm going to use this blue, I knock down this color here, even that there is some pink here, okay, I just manage myself to knock down this color. Why? Because I want this area to come forward. Okay, little things, little details. I keep repeating this all the time. This little change make this pop forward a little bit. It's about color. Okay, it could be about value too. We can just make, let's say, this darker, or even the nose could be darker, but how? With more color. That means that I can darken the nose, but I mean, if you translate this to a black and white image, you see that the nose is darker, but it's what? It's more colorful. Okay. It's darker, but it's colorful. And this is something that we have to repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat all the time. It's not about knowing this, because we can know about this just in one day. We can acquire the knowledge about this in one day. The problem is just to apply this. It's something that it has to be by repetition, repetition, repetition. Okay, and this is just a color helping the value, helping to add more volume, more depth. Okay, if you don't use this and you just pick up any color and make it darker and lighter, and you control values, okay, you're gonna get away with that. That's gonna be okay. That's why you see a black and white image and you see volume. The thing is, when we add color, we can take advantage of this about warm and cool colors and add more. Use that to help us to create the illusion of depth, the illusion of three-dimensionality. But it's not like if you don't use this, I mean, your painting is not going to look like three-dimensional. No, that's not going to happen. Okay. Because we see a three-dimensional image or drawing that is made with just charcoal, I mean, without color, that means it's everything about values, controlled shadows, midtones, and lights. Now I have to continue working on shadows here and there. Let's work on the mouth. These little things add to the expression of the face. For example, I see a little bit of a shadow here. This is not a shadow, but a change in value a little bit here. Okay. Those little things helps a lot. Let me see. Okay. I need to work on the mandible, eh? All the jaw, something's happening there. Okay. I'm just squinting down my eyes and moving my eyes to left, right. The image to the painting. The image to the painting. need to work on the nose. I need to soften this edge. Okay. The mouth. I need more shadow here. Okay. I'm mixing just permanent alizarin crimson and black. Just red, more black. He has a really deep shadow here. Here's a little bit reddish, a little bit, and immediately it goes grayish or greenish if you want down here. Okay. Okay, let me see. I got the blue and yellow. Could you hear the birds? There looks like I live just next to the beach. I don't live close to the beach. I mean, there's kind of, but not really close. Sorry. Sorry. Hello, Dita. Thank you, Monique. Hello, Michael. Sorry, I don't know what happened. Hello, Eve. I said already. Yeah, I said it. Hello, Eve. Okay, Nikki. Hello, Reina. Hello, Dennis. Carol. Oh, Carol, you could hear it? doesn't look really dark. Okay, let's soft this. I'm missing something in this side of the face. Using a little bit of green here. Okay. It's just too pinky. I want to see a little bit, but not that much. Blending everything. I need some beer. Okay. Okay, I need to work on the forehead. It has some wrinkles there. What else? Okay, let's paint a little bit of the background. I'm just adding black, pure black. But you know, since everything is wet here, and I'm moving my brush like this is just like mixing. And at the end, this is going to be a dark brown. Let me see. Okay. Adding more black and yellow. I have a lot of red here. I'm just trying to neutralize this. I love this dark red. I think that added some transparency to the whole drawing, like a sepia, like a filter, a reddish filter to the whole. Okay, but I'm not saying that I'm gonna keep it, I'm just saying that kind of like it, but I just wanna add more contrast. And another thing, if I see like too much of one color, it's a good idea. A good idea always try to neutralize. For example, this is green, a dark green. Okay. I can keep, let's say, some of this reddish, brownish color, maybe here, a little bit here. Okay, I can add like a bluish color just a little bit, just like that. I'm not gonna be able to work on details everywhere. I still need to work on the face. See, the mouth is not okay. Need to add more shadows, the brows. Too many things to work on the face. Okay. Just gotta be careful because sometimes when we add more and more details, in my case, I sometimes I make people older. But I have to do this, okay? This helps me with the likeness. I need to see these wrinkles. Okay, I'm changing the color. You see, if I work around here, I change to a grayish or even greenish variation of the color. If I go here, I change to this, is more reddish. It's just the same brush. Sorry that I'm not saying anything, it's just I have a sore throat. I don't know what happened. I've been speaking too much, I think. I don't think so. Dog is speaking. Yeah. What time is it? 2 hours. Yeah, my dog. She's like a clock. The right eye seems a bit too high. Okay, Dennis? I'm gonna check on that. Carol, okay. Carol is gonna walk Charlie. Okay, bye Dita. Good night. See you next time. Okay, I'm gonna add more lights. Touch of yellow, almost nothing. Okay, let me see. I'm squinting down my eyes. Okay, I see a light here. Okay, let's work on the eyes again. Yeah, I need to see the shadows here. Okay, let me see. Okay. One thing that I noticed about his nose, I think I'm checking really. I'm trying to check in the nose really good, and I think the nose should be like this a little bit more pointy, but I don't see that. I'm checking out that, and it's like I don't know. It's like his nose maybe is not totally straight. It has some kind of maybe it's tilted to the left more than to the right. I mean, you know that all the faces are not symmetrical. Okay, I see something. I think I see something like that. I don't know. I mean, the only way to see this for real is to use a mirror. In a mirror, we see when things are off on somebody's face. I mean, off, naturally off. I mean, like I said, I mean, it's something that there is not like a 100% symmetry in the human face. Okay, and that thing about the nose that is making me think that the eyes are not aligned. Okay, but I think it's not about the eyes; it's about the nose. Yeah, the nose should be more like this. Okay, I have to use a mirror. Give me a second. You know that I don't use a mirror for real. What I do is I capture my screen, I compare it here in my computer. But it's the same as using a mirror, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse the image and compare it. Okay, I'm gonna do that just in a minute. You know, we have to try to get as much as possible just by observation. But definitely, I mean, there are so many things that you're not gonna be able to see. Okay, just a second. I'm doing that right now. I'm gonna reverse the image and see what happened. Just a minute. Remember, it's always a good idea to use a mirror. Use a black mirror to see values. I always recommend that. I'll be honest, I haven't used a black mirror, like, I don't know, just I think in my life like twice, no more. But I think it's really good. I think it's really good. Okay, that means that we have to use it. I'm just sometimes kind of lazy about more things. Another thing is that I think my face is tilted different. Yeah, I'm checking out right now here, and yes, I see something that is not okay on the nose. Kind of difficult to say, but I reversed the image. I see that. I see that the nose is just kind of let's say in this way. It's like the face is pointing to the right, because it's kind of it's not a three-quarter perfect view, but it's kind of turning to that way, and the nose is coming forward. Okay, and definitely does. Well, in this case, definitely this is something that I have to copy. I have to try, because this is the likeness, yes, and when I paint in somebody that nobody's gonna compare with the image, I usually wish we need to fix little things. Like if we see something is off in the model, we have to fix it, because nobody's going to compare with the model, and if nobody compares, everybody's gonna think that it's a mistake. But in this case, because he's an actor, I think if I just change something, like trying to fix it, I think that's gonna affect the likeness. Okay. This is what I think. I mean, I'm not saying that it's gonna be like that. I'm just speaking about my own experience. At the beginning, I use the basic structure of the face. I'm trying to follow that. Right now, it's just about observation. It's about paying attention to little things. And usually, now at this stage, I used to just work around the face here and there, just changing here, changing there, adjusting values. Usually, I go back and forth, and sometimes, so many times, I change something and then I have to go back and change it again. Okay, that's normal, that's part of the process. When you assume that something is okay, it doesn't bother you anymore. Okay, for example, the eyes are not just not complete yet. You see that just some brush strokes. I need to add more detail, but at the same time, I like the expression. Uh, just right now, I'm afraid to change it. But let's see. I'm holding my breath to paint this. Okay, let's paint the pupil. Okay. See the comments? Okay. Okay, let me see. Dennis, damn, just leave your seat 3 seconds. Okay, Dennis. Okay. The smile, okay. Okay, let's check out. I'm mixing this dark red. I'm gonna work here. I'm gonna move this a little bit up. Okay, a little bit up. Let's see, I need more shadow here. I need to move the light a little bit up. This is too sharp. I want to soften this. I'm moving the eye a little bit to the left and a little bit up. Almost nothing, okay? Let's see. Okay. We need more light here. Okay, let's add just a little white with yellow. I want to add an accent here. See, I'll add more white here, a touch inside of this warm color. Okay. Okay, that's better. Love it. Thank you, Eve. Hello, Thomas. Anamalo, more right. Okay. Dennis, is it sold? No. Okay. Nix, what's the best pencil to use for an underdrawing? One that won't smudge or be seen in the final oil layers. Okay, I would say that, well, that's kind of difficult. It's better if you draw with, you want a precise drawing, graphite is the best option, and use a fixative. Because there's no way that, when you add paint on top of that, it's gonna get mixed. For me, I prefer to sketch with charcoal and then erase it. See a little bit of the drawing, and then I paint on top of that. Okay, but I think the more precise way, that's gonna be graphite, and like let's say something like an H pencil, 2H or HB. HB I think is really good for to draw. If you use something really soft like 6B, 8B, I mean you're gonna see the graphite coming out a little bit. Okay, I need to work on this shape. You see this kind of have some kind of a curve here, like this, like this, like this. Okay. And I need more shadow here. And it goes up like this, and then let's blend. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I need to add more shadow here because it looks like the this side of the mouth is a little bit up, but I think it's because of the shadow here. I need to make it darker. I mean, definitely maybe it's a little bit up, but if I don't make this shadow here, I think it's gonna look like it's a little bit lower. Okay, I need more shadow here. Yeah, that's gonna add this slightly smile there. Okay, step back. A graphite under oil is a bad idea. Dennis is saying that, yeah, I mean, that's why I'm recommending an HB or 2H graphite pencil, because this really the hard lead. I mean, the idea is don't leave really dark marks, because with time graphite, I mean, it's really graphite. If you use something really soft, it's gonna show through the layers, and after I don't know a couple of years, you're gonna see the drawing beneath. I have seen that on so many paintings. It's like graphite is really strong. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, even when you have thick paint, it's kind of show through the layers. But if you use something like HB or 2H, I mean, the idea is something really hard. That don't let those dark lines that usually we see when we use 8B or 6B graphites. Okay. Okay, Dennis, you're gonna buy me the painting? That's really good. Yeah, for real? I really appreciate your gesture. Randy's asking me, are you using the Sound palette? No, this is a primary palette. I mean, primary colors: yellow, red, blue, black and white. It's just that. Yeah. I mean, I gotta say that the Sound palette is kind of the same. Yes, I mean, yellow ochre is the yellow, red, and black is a dark blue. But kind of primary palette that works for portraits, just for portraits. I need to make the nostril here, but it's so kind of difficult. I'm gonna do it. No, I think that's okay. I'm just going to soften this a lot. I think that works. Just insinuation. Maybe the upper lip is too thick. I don't know, I'm thinking about that. Let me zoom in here and check out. Yes, I think it's too thick. Yeah, I think that's a mistake. That yeah, well, to be honest, I'm not so sure. A little bit. Maybe it's just because there is a shadow in the lower lip. I'm gonna move it a little bit. Almost nothing, almost nothing. Okay. Always soften the edges, okay? Soften the edges. Sharp edges is just our first enemy. Okay. see. Thank you, Monique. Dennis, I wanted to reduce shipping charges. That's done with the last. Okay. Hey, hello, Beth. Yeah, this Sunday we didn't have a class. This Sunday was, we just have 4 classes per month. This Sunday was the 5th of the month. The 5th Sunday. That means was off. I didn't do anything Sunday. But you know what? I was missing painting. Okay, I need to add more shadow. Yeah, I need more shadow here. Just here. I need to make this darker, a little bit darker. Okay, I think I need a little bit of shadow here. Here too, a little bit. I need to zoom in this. I need to see some details. Kind of difficult to work on the eyes here. I always do this area a little bit reddish. Remember this just to create transparency. Okay, let's add some eyelashes. I think I can make a little bit of eyelashes here. Yeah, at the end, I just realized that I didn't do too much. I don't do too much Sundays. Without the Sunday class, I mean, this Sunday I was really boring. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, sometimes I remember a long time ago, I just loved to enjoy not doing anything, just watching TV. I don't know what happened. I was missing paint. I was missing painting. Yep. Okay, let's see. Let's work on some edges. Okay, let's see the comments. Okay. Hello, Joyce. I think Dennis is telling me I think the mouth could be stretched on the top right. Okay, I'm gonna check out. Thank you, Linda. I need to check out again. Okay. Let me see if I add a little bit of blue here. I don't want this to look really bluish, just a little bit, okay? Okay, just that. I just want to create more contrast. You know, this is more yellowish. And I think I could add even more more yellow. Let's see. I'm just adding some touches, okay? I just want to add more color there. And you know that you can add just like more color, like a brush stroke, or you just can add some touches of pure color. Okay, I think it's okay. I don't like the highlights here on the hair. I think I'm just going to soften them, just like that. And you know that we're free to change things, yeah? I mean, I change little things sometimes because I just want to, when I see the painting, that see that it has a little bit of more, let's say, the volume. Let's say that I'm trying to enhance the illusion of depth. I mean, definitely. I mean, I don't want this to look like a photo. Obviously, like a photograph. I mean, just want something like a more natural look. That I always try to do that. Okay. That's why sometimes I change values. And one thing that I don't like to copy, not always, but I mean sometimes I don't like to copy, is just the darks, the picture. For example, you see the nostril here. If you zoom in the picture, you see that this is almost black, a dark brown, pretty sure. And my painting is, you see, it's pretty reddish. Can you see here? It's pretty reddish. And you see the yellowish on the tip of the nose to make this more, to add create more contrast, yes, to make the nose pop forward. Okay. And sometimes just really dark shadows are just gonna make. I'm not saying that the painting is not gonna be okay. Yeah, I have seen so many paintings with really dark shadows. It looks amazing. It's just usually it's just what you want, what you like, and it's not gonna be always like that. Yeah? Right now, let's say that I don't like these dark shadows. Maybe next month I'm gonna paint all dark shadows, really black, because I just maybe I would want to create more contrast, exaggerate contrast, and it's just that. Okay, now the nose is a little bit reddish. You can tell that it's more reddish than the color that is around the nose. Okay. What I need to do is in the shadow of the nose I'm gonna add more. I'm gonna add orange, a dark orange, which is just, you know, this something like a burnt sienna. I don't have burnt sienna. Too much paint, too much orange for a tiny little thing that I'm planning to do. Let me see. let's say this is a dark orange. I'm just going to add a little bit, okay? Now that's the intention, you know, that is just to make the nose advanced forward. I always create some transparency there. Okay, I'm gonna soften this. He has some kind of scar here. Huh? Scare, yeah? Sorry. After 3 hours, just I started forgetting English. Okay. What else? That's okay. I think the light is really bright here. Soft, and I'm going to soften this edge even more. Okay. I have let's say a sharp edge here, and here is a little bit lost, a little bit soft. Okay. The same is here. I mean, this edge is lost. Here is sharper, just this portion. It does little tiny things that, for me, those little things always are going to add something more to the painting. A little bit more. But like I always say, that's optional, okay? Just that's optional. Okay, I'll be back to the comments to see. Almost done. A bit of hair. Okay. Hello, James Bond. I'm laughing because I'm reading the comments. Carol, why they say, Renzo, we cannot hear you? Can you hear me? No, I wasn't speaking. I was reading the comments. Okay, just thinking here. Okay, I'm just trying to decide about edges. Okay, you know that I always pay a lot of attention to edges. I'm thinking about making this sharper and see what happens. Okay. here definitely have to be sharp here. Okay. Now here I just doubting. Definitely, I think it works. But wait, I just have to think for a minute. No, I'm going to soften this a little bit. Yeah. Okay, I'm capturing the screen, and let me see. Yeah, I think that's okay. I think I got the expression. Yes, that's something really important. And now one thing that I gotta just, oh my god, I have seen a mistake. Just right now, I have to reduce this. I mean, the upper lid is just too thick. And okay, let me see. Okay, I'm reducing that. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. No, I think I have to, make this a little bit darker here. Just a little bit, this kind of a corner. Yeah, what else? Okay, maybe reduce the lower lip. Okay. And I think, have to move the nose. Okay, I'm gonna reduce. Oh, this is too sharp here. Okay. I'm going to reduce here, down here, the lower lip. Move up here. Okay, what else? Yeah, I think I need to add a little bit of light. here, just here. These marks are just from my pinky that I'm just using to support, to hold my hand, to rest my hand. I'm gonna make this a little bit darker, just here. Okay. You know, I've been using these two brushes, one with light and the other with a darker color. And I think a minute ago you just misconfused both. Anyway. What time is it? 3 hours. Okay, I gotta go. I'm just tired. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. What else? What else I can do? Something that. What else? What else? What else? I just think it's something that I'm missing. His chin is too big, he looks like a girl. Okay. Okay. Good evening, Rosangela. Okay, I don't know if you're saying good evening or you're saying good night. Boa noite. Boa noite. Okay, I'm just checking the last things to do. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, just double checking. I think everything is okay. I see some little things, but I mean, work. Like for example here, it's just to, I would like to soft even this, but you know this is really tiny. Really difficult to soft this edge. And here too, make it more round and soft. To light that, right? I have to make it a little bit darker. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much, you all, for being here. Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna read the last comment. Thank you, Monique. Monique is saying, Dennis, you're a hard one to please. Nikki, thank you. Patty Abraham Hassan, happy birthday, Patty. Oh, making a mistake. Yeah, I think it's your birthday is today, yes? Happy birthday. Thank you, the cook. Abdul Karim. Thank you, Sabir. Thank you, you all, and see you next time. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna just make another live stream. I'm just thinking maybe I'm going to paint a acrylic portrait or pastel portrait, or maybe still life. I just painted too many portraits. Yeah, I don't know. But I mean, I'm never gonna get tired of painting portraits. But okay, let's see. Bye. You all take care. See you tomorrow. I just realized that he looks like he doesn't have a body. Yeah, I mean, doesn't have a body. Not just a little bit of this here. Doesn't have shoulders. Just a little bit. just a couple of brush strokes and I go. Yeah. Now I go. Bye.